Babbdi is a game, but as the title of this video says, it certainly is a unique experience. One of the most unique experiences I've had playing a game. For all intents and purposes, it is a 3D exploration game, but it pushes the boundaries of normality and gives an odd experience to anyone that plays it. For one, the world itself feels off. The world is this grey concrete jungle. All the buildings are grey and white, towering over you as you explore, giving you this dreading, looming, claustrophobic feel. And the people that live here are all very strange looking. They all look like, and I mean no offence to them, but they all do look like they've survived some form of disaster. They're definitely human, but they all look either dying, half dead, or barely surviving. Even the menus give off weird vibes. For example, the title page is not in English or any language I recognise. Play is written as plain, quit as cootie, and options, I don't even know how to pronounce that. They're all mutations of the words they're supposed to be. Even around the district, various signs have this problem too. They're not written in English, but they're distinct enough to be able to read them. Which makes me think, is the game actually called Babbdi? Or is it some off translation like every other English word here, but we just don't know what word it's trying to be? According to the Steam page, Babbdi is a short first-person exploration experience with light narrative and platforming elements. It also says that Babbdi is a forsaken district in the outer ring of a megalopolis. Your mission is to escape while meeting the inhabitants along the way. There is no combat in Babbdi. There is a series of events that one can view as a story for Babbdi, which is the main plot. Like Steam said, the goal is to leave. However, you can't just parkour to the edges of the map. That is not the correct way, and you cannot simply just walk out. The only way out is by the train station, and according to people around town, it's near impossible to get a ticket. As you start the game, you find a man and his wife who both have tickets. A guard near an elevator tells you they got the tickets because the wife is ill. Eventually, you make your way to the train station, where a man tells you that the trains don't stop, not even if you're on the tracks, unless you have a ticket. Someone else informs you that tickets can be purchased at a large building at the end of the canal. It requires you to make a small journey to the end of the canal, featuring some minor parkour and climbing to get there. However, the ticket seller informs you that there's no more tickets. When you leave, the guard from earlier lowers a bridge and tells you that the wife from earlier died. He thinks since the husband doesn't need to get his wife any medicine, he will give his ticket to you, which he does. And with that, you are able to leave Babbdi. The game itself can easily be beaten within 4 minutes, and the game even challenges you to do so. As well as speedrunning the game, there are other challenges to do as well, which seems to be the main point of the game. It allows you to explore the map fully, while still achieving something. To assist with these tasks, the game gives you various items to assist with exploration and parkour. But the items themselves are a bit different to what you would expect. The first item you will come across is a baseball bat. And my initial thought was, aha, I can commit a violence. But remember, Steam page said there is no combat in Babbdi. So, after a swing of a bat, this happens. Luckily, there's no actual death in Babbdi. The bat is used as a big push in any direction. Up, down, left, right, forward, back. If you can hit something, you can go flying in that direction. For me, its best purpose was to give an extra boost for jumps. It helped me with some parkour and to find some secrets. The second item is a motorbike, which actually does what you'd expect and just lets you drive really, really fast. There's a leaf blower that has the really weird use of letting you hover for a short amount of time, allowing for better air time. There is also a pickaxe, which is not used for mining. Unfortunately, there's no diamonds in this game. It's actually used for climbing. Slam that pick into the wall and jump. Rinse and repeat, and you'll be scaling any wall. Using the pick, you can get the final item, and I've no idea what it is or what it would be called, but hey, it's an item. This random doohickey lets you fly and speed up almost endlessly. The limit is the map itself. It feels like a spiced up hybrid of the bike and the blower, and once you've played through Babbdi once, this is probably the only thing you'll use to do the rest of the tasks. Pausing the game or opening the menu lets you see all the tasks there are to do, and there's quite a few of them. There are even the Steam achievements if you want to track it there. Babbdi Quest is part of the main story and is done by just getting the ticket. Way of the Climber requires you to reach the highest point of the city. Secrets Master requires you to collect all the secret objects scattered around town. Social Quest requires you to talk to every person in town, and there are actually quite a few interesting people to talk to. Holfried is someone who seems to know you from when you were younger, even mentioning your own mother. In the sewers, there's a man who's dancing called Ashraf who speaks a different language than everyone else in the entire game. There's also a girl named Madeline near the church who's not sick or injured, she's just bored. And Melancholic Departure is completing the main story, getting the ticket and leaving town. There are many other tasks for you to do, but I don't want to tell you how to do them all. I'd rather you experience the game for yourself. Babbdi is a unique and brilliant experience. It's all eerie, claustrophobic, and it's downright depressing while being a fun experience. There's several parts of the town I enjoy for its atmospheric input. There's 2 instances in the town where people close something to prevent you from looking into their private areas. One out near the old woman with her shopping that you might actually miss happening. The second one being in the apartment building. This one is more noticeable, and if you listen to the door afterward, you can hear people inside arguing. There's a church located in the town, which feels very strange. Knowing this game had some form of religion or personal belief system makes the situation of this place feel worse. Like even through the gods, this place has been abandoned. Across from the train station, you can visit what seems to be a multi-storey restaurant, though like everything else it's dilapidated and in ruin, with only one person inside, just sitting there all on their own. There's a few walkways near the train station, and if you stand on them, you can hear someone calling out, but you don't really know where it's coming from. It just echoes out between the buildings as if it's just a cry for help that will never get answered. You can find what appears to be some form of secret club that you can't enter. You're only met with a bouncer who will never ever let you in. And then right next to this secret club, you can find what looks like a market area or stalls for some form of service. But there's no one there. There's no service left to give. In the sewers, you can come across 3 people dancing to what I can only describe as music that has a very acquired taste. Amongst all the ruin and the depression of the town, there is one small safe haven on an upper floor of a building. A small little room lit up with fairy lights with various instruments lying around, playing lovely music. A safe space for any depressed and weary wanderers. To me, Babbdi is just one of the most unique experiences I've had for a small game on Steam. It's short if you want it to be, but there's also so much to explore and I highly recommend you pick it up. But that's it for the video today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!